Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. It's been a long time since I have created a long tutorial, so step by step with short videos, not short, but 10 or 15 minutes videos. And now I think it's a time to create another one because I had some comments about tutorial I have created with Laravel and Vue.js separated projects, how we can make an authentication, and of course how we can make a CRUD with the Vue as a front end and Laravel as a backend only for the API, not with inertia, which some people prefer that, or some people prefer to use inertia with Laravel, which is a layer between the Laravel and Vue.js. And for that, we are going to use Laravel 2 packages we have on the Laravel documentation, which is the Fortify and of course the Sanctum. Now people, yeah, let's see. When should I use Fortify? So here we have Laravel Fortify and Laravel Sanctum. Some developers become confused regarding the difference between Laravel Sanctum and Laravel Fortify, because the two packages solve two different but related problems. Laravel Fortify and Sanctum are not competing packages. Laravel Sanctum is only concerned with managing the API tokens and authenticating existing users using the session cookies or tokens. And we are going to use the session cookies in our tutorial. Sanctum does not provide any routes that handle the user registration, password resets, etc. So if you are attempting to manually build the authentication layer for an application that offers an API or serves as the backend for a single page application, it is entirely possible that you will utilize both Laravel Fortify for user registration, password reset, etc., and Laravel Sanctum for API token management and session authentication. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to use both the Laravel Fortify for the user registration, password reset, etc. When we install the Fortify, is going to create the actions and routes for us, and Laravel Sanctum for the API token management or session authentication. So we're going to use it with session. And I have installed Bun. I'm going to use Bun to create a Vue.js project, but just in case, VS Code as a code editor. And that is what we are going to build. And that's it all about this video. If you like such a videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much, friends. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video I'm going to create the Laravel project and Vue project. I have opened here the Laravel, and you can go to documentation here and install it and so on to create a Laravel project. Also the same thing for the Vue.js. I have opened here the Vue.js, and for the Vue.js we are going to work with the composition API. I think options API is old school now. So go to quick start, and here we have a commands. I'm going to use bun, but you can use what you like. Just copy the command and run there. Also, I have opened here the terminal. I am in the sites directory. Now, you can structure how you want the projects. For example, you can create a folder with name what you like, for example, Laravel Vue, and then put the Laravel project and the Vue.js project. But in my case, I'm going to create a Laravel project in the sites directory, and inside the sites directory I have also Frontend directory, and here also I have a Vue.js directory because I work also with React and Next.js. So here now I'm going to create a Vue project, Okay, I'm going to name it Frontend. Hit enter. I'm going to add TypeScript, but this is not required. You can work with JavaScript. And now I'm not going to add JSX support. I'm going to add Vue Router. We need the Vue Router because we are going to navigate from login, dashboard, and so on. So let's add Vue Router. Pinia, I'm not going to add Pinia, but you can do that if you have worked with Pinia. Okay, we can add also later if we want. And no. Also, no right here. Now cd in the front end and run the ban install. And we are okay. Good. I'm going to open a new terminal here and just navigate in the sites directory. And here I'm going to create a Laravel project. I'm going to name it Backend, but you can name it what you like. So Backend, hit enter. Now you can choose no standard kit. You can choose Laravel Breeze and choose the API version. Let's choose Laravel Breeze and hit down. We have the API only. You can also install manually, but we are going to see what this is going to do for us. I'm going to say API only, paste, and this is going to create the project for us. Also, let's come here. Yeah, let's choose MySQL. Okay. I have opened the database. So we are good. I'm going to hit enter here. And I'm going to open this project with Windsurf, the Vue.js. Okay, so here we are. Let me just zoom it like this. And yeah, we have a source directory with assets, with components, hello world, and so on. The router, which here we have only the home and the about by default. Then we have views, home, and about. On the app, here is the app script, import the router link, and add here the router link. And the styles here. So if I run here npm run dev now, npm run dev is going to open this project in the localhost 5173, which I'm going to change that. So I'm going to stop this and let's go to vid config. This is not required, but I prefer to have a port. So let's say server, and I'm going to add the port 3000. Now let's save this. Let's open again the terminal and run the npm run dev, and we're going to have on the localhost 3000, which means if I come here and just open the localhost 3000, here we have the Vue project. I'm going to close this and let's go to app home. Here we have this hello world, which I'm going to remove and just say h1 Laravel plus Vue. I'm going to remove also this image here. Okay, remove this hello world. Put a save that. Now let's go to home view, and here we have the welcome, which we don't need that. I'm going to just to say h2 hello, and yeah, we have Laravel plus Vue here and home and about, and here we have hello. On the about we have something else. Okay, let's see on the backend now. We don't need to run the npm install and npm run build. Just let's open this with a VS Code. And yeah, we need to zoom it a little bit. We can go to composer.json file to see we have Laravel framework. We have also the Laravel Sanctum. We have Tinker, and that's it. Which means if I go to routes, we have the API by default here because we choose Breeze API. On the web, we have this route get and return just an array with Laravel passing the app version of the Laravel. So if I navigate the backend now, so I'm going to open a new tab and say just backend.api .test because I'm using here herd right now. So backend.test. We have here the Laravel version. So just let me zoom it. Yeah. Okay. Now on the API.php, we have this route number auth sanctum, get the user and return request user. Okay, that's it all about this video. Just to create the projects, we need the backend and the front end. I have opened, so I have created in separate folders and I have opened in separate code editors. That's it all about this video. Now, if you like the videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video I'm going to install Laravel Fortify in our backend project. Let's go and let's see packages. We have a Fortify here. Let's install the Fortify. I'm going to copy this command. Maybe let's zoom it a little bit. Okay, like this. And let's open the terminal. And here I'm going to install that. Then let's say PHP artisan Fortify install. Okay, and migrate. So added the two-factor columns to users table. I'm going to clean this. And let's open the VS Code now. Here we are going to see on the composer.json, we have also the Laravel Fortify, Sanctum, and the framework, and also the Tinker. Good. Now I'm going to go inside the app. We have actions. Here we have the Fortify, we have the create new user action, we have the password validation rules, reset user password, update user password, and update user profile information. Now this comes from the Fortify. If I go to controllers, we have also auth controller, which comes with that API we installed. We created the project using the API. But I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use the Fortify actions for the authentication. Okay. Next, let's go to config and we'll go to fortify.php. We have the guard web, password, users, username is going to be email and also the email. Home is going to be /home, home path. We have the prefix, which is right now an empty string, and domain is null. So Fortify routes prefix. We have the middleware web, limiters for login and two factors. Views, we have the true. We don't need views because we are going to work with Vue.js. And here we have features. The registration, reset password, update profile information, two-factor authentication, and so on. Which right now I don't need them. So I'm going to comment. And also let's comment this reset password for now. And leave only the registration. I'm going to save that. And let's open the terminal again. And here I'm going to say artisan route list. And yeah, we have the get login, post login, post logout, get register, post register, and so on. Also, we have this Sanctum CSRF cookie because we use Sanctum and we need to get the cookies in order to the Laravel project, the backend project, know that this front end has the right cookies, but we need all the authentication, so the login, logout, and so on, to be in the /API and for example, login, /API /logout, API /register, and so on. How we can do that? Because we are using now Fortify, we can change this on the prefix. We can say the API. If I save this and run again now, let me run again the route list. Yeah, we have API /login, API login here, but we have also the login here, logout, register, and reset password. And that's it because let's go in routes, web route. We have this required dir /out.php, and we have all the routes using the controllers in here. But as I told you, I'm not going to use controllers. I'm going to use the actions. So I deleted now the auth directory, and also I'm going to delete this auth.php and just go to web, remove also this one from here. Let's save, and now try again. Route list, hit enter. Yeah, now we have only the API, login, and so on. We have also the sanctum and the storage and app. That's it, what we need, because we are going to use only for the API the Laravel project. Okay, let's come here. Let's close this. Now let's open the VS Code, the Vue project. I'm going to open a new terminal here, and let's cd back and cd in the front end, cd Vue.js, and cd in the, I think we have named front end. Yeah, I'm going to open this with windsurf, and let's submit also this one. Okay. Now let's go inside the source directory. We have the router and we have views. Here I'm going to create a new directory, and I'm going to name it auth. And inside the auth, I'm going to create the register page, register.vue. I'm going to create another file, which is going to be the login, login.vue. And let's create another file, for example, the dashboard.vue, dashboard.vue. Okay, now let's go inside the router index.ts. We don't need this about view, so let's delete this. Here we have the home. Just let me copy this, paste it here. The path for the register, the name is going to be register, and let's import the register here. Okay, and I see here we have the view. If you like, you can say, for example, a register view, but I like to have something like this because we are inside the views. Okay, and also when we import, we know that this is from the view. Good. This is for the register. Then let's create for the login. Okay, so /login is the path, the name login. Just let's import the login page, and the last one is for the dashboard. So let's say path dashboard, name dashboard, and instead of something like this, I'm going to say just component. And here I'm going to import the dashboard view. Okay, let's remove this one here. I'm going to save. Let's go to register and just scaffold here a view component. I want the script to be a setup. Okay, and also we need a lang to be ts. Then we need also the template. And inside I'm going to say register. I'm going to save this, select, and do the same thing for the login. Save and go to dashboard, paste that in and just say dashboard here. Okay, I'm going to save now. Let's run the npm run dev. Let's open the project in the localhost 3000 right here. So refresh, and yeah, we have the Laravel Vue. If I navigate now to /login, we have the login here, as you can see. Change that register. We have the register, and also if I change that dashboard, we have the dashboard. Good. Next, what we need to do is to register the user. Right now, just let me, I think I have Insomnia here. Okay, I'm going to make a new HTTP request, the post request, because if I open the backend, say artisanal out list for the register, I'm going to say post to API/register, composer, run dev, and here we'll open the project in this directory. So just copy this URL, come here and paste it, /API/register. Okay, I'm going to make a post request to /API/register. On the body now, I'm going to say JSON, and we need to send the, let's open the VS Code, because in the app actions, create new user, we have a validator here. We need the name, email, and the password. And also the password confirmation. So let's say name, to be Tony, for example. Email is going to be, let's say, just test email.com. Password is going to be just a string password. And the password confirmation, we need the password confirmation, which is going to be just a string password again. Okay, let's see now. If I say send, we have 419, and that's it, because we need to have the cookies. We need to make a request. Let's come here, and I'm going to stop this and just run again the route list. We need to make a request, a sanctum CSRF cookie first, to make a post request. Because right now we can make a get request, for example, let's say just get, and I'm going to make users here /API/users, and let's see. Let's open the VS Code. Let's go to routes API. I'm going to create a new route here, route get, and instead of this one, I'm going to say just user get all the users, user all. So route get /users, save, Now if I come here and make a get request to users, hit send. We don't need the body here. Yeah, I forgot to add the run the composer run dev. So composer run dev. And now let's come here and send again. Yeah, we have an empty array because we don't have any users, but we can make a get request. To make a post request, we need first to make a request to get the cookies. So the Laravel backend knows that this is the front end which we allow from the course. So let's go back and let's go to config. We have Sanctum here. So the stateful, we have the Sanctum stateful domains, and here we have the front end URL. Okay, it's going to be the localhost 3000, and if you want, we can update this change, or we can put the front end URL on the .env file. So we have front end URL right now points to our front end URL. Okay, friends, I think this is a long video. I'm going to stop here and create another video when we are going to work with the Vue project to create a new user, to register a new user. That's it all about this video. Now, if you like such a videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video, we are going to work with a register, but not with a register page. We are going to see how we can send, make a HTTP request with Axios. I have installed Axios in my Vue project. And when we send a request, because we are on the front end and Laravel use the Sanctum for the authentication, which is the token-based authentication cookies, session cookies. First, we need to retrieve from the Laravel the cookies, and then we need to send a HTTP request with cookies on the Laravel. Let me just explain you what I mean. First, let me open the Laravel, or yeah, let's leave it here, and let's open the VS Code. I have installed Axios in my machine, so let's open the package.json file, and here I have Axios. Then also on the home view, not on the home view, on the app view. So on the app view, I have added here the router link and updated the login and register. Okay, so we have here home, login, register. When I click on the login, we have login page, register, the register page. Now let's work with this register, but let's open the register. Just the send request. So right now I'm going to import Axios, import Axios from Axios, and then I'm going to say here const register. Let's leave this AI. First, let's add a name. Name to be John Doe. Then the email is going to be, I'm going to say john@doe.com. You can do what you like. Password, and also we need to add the password confirmation to be password. Yeah, sorry for that. I'm going to close this, and then yeah, I'm going to say console log response.data, catch the error, and console log console error. Yeah, let's just do that, and let's close. Then I want to call the register, and just to show you that we have called that, I'm going to console log here registering. Okay, I'm going to save, and let's see. Let's open the browser, inspect the element, and go to the console here. Yeah, we have registering, as you can see, but we can go back and click here again, and yeah, we have here registering. Just, I think, yeah, instead of API auth, we have only the API/register. So if I open the backend here and just say artisan route list, we have, yeah, API/register. We are okay here. We sent the name, email, and password confirmation. And here we say console log data or the error. And right now we have this error. Okay. If I go to network, go to login, register, and then we have 404 not found. And why 404? Not 3000, 8000. Sorry about that. So let me, now we have 419, which is the CSRF token mismatch. So first we need to get the token from the Laravel. And how we can do that? We can make a GET request on this sanctum/CSRF cookie. So let's do that. Let's say here, await, and I'm going to use Axios.get, not post, localhost 8000/sanctum/CSRF cookie. I think we're okay now. Let's save. Let's come here again. And let's go to network first. I'm going to clean, go to login and register. Yeah, we make a GET request on this CSRF cookie. And let me just zoom it this for you. Okay, so we made a post request, a GET request, a CSRF cookie, and if I go to storage, cookies, we don't have any cookie. Here we make that, and we have the value here. And for the register, we have 419, the same, the CSRF token mismatch. Now, when we use the Axios, we need also to say here with credentials the true. And let me just open also the Laravel, the backend. If I go to config course.php, we have here supports credentials to be true, which expose the cookies header to the front end. And now on the front end, we use for the Axios, we use this with credentials to true. And right now, if I go back and let's clean this, let's go to login, because now we have the cookies. But if now I'm going to I'm on the login, as you can see, if I refresh, we don't have cookies. When we go to register, now we get the cookies. Very good. But what about the post request to the register? So if I click here, the same thing, we have the CSRF token mismatch. Okay, and we have added the cookies. But let's add also here this on the access post to the API register, the with credentials to true. Maybe this isn't help. I know where's the problem, but I'm going to do this way because I think you can understand better to show you the errors. Okay, so I have added now again the with credentials to true on this Axios post to /API register. And let's see, let's go to the login, go back, or let's clean let's delete this, and let's go to a register now. The same thing on the register. We have CSRF token mismatch. Here we have the cookies. So we have a problem, and the problem is, let's open the Laravel here. So laravel.com, and I'm going to search for the Sanctum, Laravel Sanctum. And here, let's find with XSRF token to be true. So we need to add also with credential to true and this with XSRF token to true. So I'm going to copy this. And let me just come here. And as you can see, we have here a duplicated code. So instead of this, we can say Axios defaults with credentials to true, and also Axios defaults with XSRF token to true, and then remove this from here. Also remove this from here. And let me just say Axios dot defaults dot base URL to be this localhost 8000, and remove now that. And I think now we are more okay. So let's save this. let's go on the browser. I'm going to remove this one now. Let's go on the Vue project, storage. Yeah, if I refresh, we are on the login. Nothing changed. If I come here now and on the register, click. Now, as you can see, we make a post request on the register and we have 201, which means 201 created. And of course, if I open the database, we have a user. Okay, so let me just go back and I'm going to say here artisan migrate fresh, remove everything from the database. Also on the storage, I'm going to go and delete everything. Go to login, refresh here. We don't have on the login, we don't make a get request to get the cookies. Also on the network, I'm going to clean everything. Now, if I go to register, we make a get request a CSRF cookie and then a post request to the register user. We have 201, which means the resource is created, and also here the user has been created as well. Okay, what if I go back? Now the user has been created, but we have, if we make again the API post request to this one, we have the same email. And let's see, remove everything again from here, go to login. Yeah, we are on login and go to register. Now we have 422 and on the response we have the message. The email has already been taken. Okay, friends, that's it all about this video, how we can customize the Axios to send the correct header on for get requests or for post requests on Laravel backend. Now, if you like such a videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next video. All the best. Thank you very much. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video now, I'm going to work with the register form. Right now, as you can see, I have made some changes. I have installed the Tailwind CSS, so you can go to tailwind.com, tailwindcss.com, and if I go here, go to installation framework guides, and we have Vite here, using Vue, and yeah, install Tailwind CSS, post CSS, auto prefixer, then you need the Tailwind CSS. On the tailwind.config, add the content like this or update the content, and then create a style.css file, paste the Tailwind base components and utilities there, and you are okay. Now I'm going to open the project, which looks like this. Let's open the VS Code, and in the app.view I have added some classes here. As you can see, you can pause the video and copy the classes, but I'm going to show you very quickly. Then I have added a div here for the login and register, just to move right here. And when you go to register, yeah, we have something like this. Okay, I'm going to close this now and let's go and work with the register form. And also I have opened here the flow byte, as you can see, and I'm going to copy this form here. I'm going to copy that and paste it right here. So let's say, or just put the form. I'm going to save, and if I come here, yeah, we have the form. Now we need to make some changes. Let's start. Let's start with the register here, which I'm going to add some classes. So let's say text 3XL, and I'm going to say text slate 200 like this. Okay, I think we are good. Also, let's say padding of 4. But now let's work with the form. Here on the form, I'm going to add some classes also. I'm going to say padding of 4, BG white, rounded large, shadow, and on the dark BG gray 800. And let's see, yeah, now we have more nicer form. Then I'm going to copy this and duplicate. Let me just paste it right here. This one is going to be for the, let's say, for the name. So name, and instead of your name, I prefer to have just name here. I'm going to remove the placeholder, or we can say name here. So let's say name, remove the required, and here email, and also remove the required right here. We have a password and we need the password confirmation. So let me just say password confirmation right here. Okay. Password confirmation. Good. Also, I'm going to remove the required. And the label and so on, I'm going to change for the password confirmation. Not in here. In here, I'm going to leave it like this. Then remove this div for the remembering me, and I think we are okay. Yeah, it's going to look like this. Let's change also your password here to just password, which is just a preference, and I think we are okay now. Also, if I open the table class, we have only one user right now, which is okay. Now let's work with the script. First, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in the source directory and create a new file, which is going to be inside the lib directory, and the name of the file is going to be axios.ts. And here I'm going to import Axios. I'm going to customize the Axios here, and then let's say const instance of or let's say Axios instance to be Axios create, and here I'm going to pass the base URL, which is going to be the HTTP localhost, not 3000 but 8000. And I'm going to add also the /API. So we don't need for every request to add this API. Next, what we need to add is this with credentials and also with access RF token. So let's do that. Let's say with credentials to true and also access RF token to be true. And let's leave it like this for now. We are okay. Let's come here, and instead of something like this, we're going to import. First, we need to export here the Axios instance. So default export, save, close this, and now import from /lib/Axios like this. And instead of Axios here, we are going to say Axios instance. Okay. And I think we are good right now. Now, because this sanctum.csrf token, CSRF cookie is not in the /API. So first, let's remove this register. We need to add here, because let me leave it like this and just show it to you. If I inspect the element, go to the network, go to login, go to register, and yeah, for the CSRF cookie, we have 404 not found because we have /API/sanctum. And on the backend, if I open the warp, we have sanctum/CSRF cookie without the API prefix. So let's add in here, only in this one, the base URL to be localhost 8000 without the API. And now let me just come here again, clean everything. Let's go to storage, delete, go to login, and if I click on the register, now for the CSRF cookie we are okay, but we have here the response, the email has already been taken, which is okay. Now let's work with a form. First let's come here. Because we use TypeScript, let's create an interface or a type for the interface register form. And we have name, email, password, and password confirmation. Then I'm going to create a const form, which is going to be equal with reactive and pass in form here, a register form, name, email, password, and password confirmation. And I think we are good. Next, for the input, let's add the vModel form name for this one, vModel form email for this one, vModel form password for this one, and also vModel form password confirmation for this one. We are okay on the form now. We're going to say on submit. We're going to call the register, pass in here the form, and we're going to say submit dot prevent, and we need to accept the form here or the payload or data what you like to add in here. And then I'm going to remove this console log. Then here, when you say send this post request, we can add just the payload. Okay. Then yeah, we can just say console log response data, or I want only the, yeah, let's leave it like this. And remove this register now. I think we are good. Yeah, we have the TypeScript error. So let's say this one is a register for type. And now let's go and see. First, I'm going to let's open here the terminal and say artisan migrate fresh. And let's open the table plus refresh. We don't have any user. Go to login, clean this. Let's clean also the local host, so the cookies. And if I go to network, go to register now. As you can see, we don't have cookie because we don't make a request to get the Sanctum CSRF token. But when I hit submit, let's go say submit. Yeah, I think with the password, password. Yeah, we have required here, which I want to remove. Okay, come here. And now, yeah, refresh, clean. If I say submit, we make a post request, the CSRF cookie, and then for the register, we have the name field is required, the error from the backend, which is expected. But what if I say, for example, Tony, and also here Tony at email.com, add password, and also password here. I'm going to say submit, and as you can see, we have make a post request to register, and we have a one response, which means if I come here and refresh, we have a new user created, which is this Tony with a tonyemail.com. We worked with the form. Also, we created the interface and the form here, and then on the register, we just call the cookies and then try cards for the register. Now we are going to also make changes in the next for the register, because we don't need to make the Sanctum CSRF cookie a get request right here. We need to get the cookies one time only and then have the cookie there. But that is going to be for the next videos. That's it all about this video right now. I hope you enjoy, and if you like such videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video now let's work with login. Right now I am on the register, but also here if I just add something, you can see this password confirmation is not a type password, so let me just change that. In the password confirmation, the type is going to be just password. Okay, now we are okay. On the database, if I refresh, I don't have any user, so let's log in with register user with John Doe. Let's say johndoe.com. Add a password. And yeah, we have the register. Now, right now, it's going to return a 201 created, and we have a response here, an empty string. We can customize this if you want. So let me just go on the Laravel documentation on the Fortify. So customizing the redirects, we can go in the Fortify service provider on the register method. Let's copy this. And yeah, we need to let's open the backend with windsurf. And here, let me zoom it a little bit. Okay, we can say this app instance, if it's a logout response. We can say also if that is a register response. So let's say register response. Okay, copy and let's say paste it here. We can say instead of return redirect, we can say just JSON status success message the user created successfully, and we have a 201. Okay, let's save this and let's go and try again. So open the project. I'm going to go to storage and delete everything. Let's go to network. Refresh. And here I'm going to say Tony email.com, add the password. And now let's say submit. We have 201 return a response here, but now we have also the status success and the message user created successfully. Okay, this is how you can customize the return type. Now let's work with login. I'm going to open the login page, login view, and remove everything from here. Then let's open the register, select all, copy and paste it in the login view. And we need to make changes, of course. First, let's change this register form to be login form. Okay, on the login, we need only the email and the password. So let's remove the name and the password confirmation. Also in here. Then this one is going to be /login with a payload. Also, let's change that to be login. And here also, let's change the name to be login or handle login, what you like. Let's leave it for now because we are going to update again. Now let's remove the name. Okay, because as I told you, we need only the email and the password. Let's also remove the password confirmation. Password confirmation. And instead of submit, let's say login. And I'm going to update also the register here. Instead of submit, let's say register. Okay, let's open the login now. I'm going to go to storage and let's delete the cookies. We have login, the email and the password. And of course, if I open the database and refresh, we have two users, the John Doe and Tony. And let's try, let's say Tony at email.com, add the password and say login. We get the cookies. If I go to network, we have 200 response here. Two-factor is false. Okay. But as I told you, you can customize the response here. But just know this is a success login. So which means if I open the windsurf and let's open the API routes, we have this route to get the user. And let me just make a request on the dashboard. If I open the dashboard of Vue, I'm going to import here the Axios. So Axios instance. And let's just say here, not logout. Yeah, let's create this logout also. Where to say const user to be equal with an async function and try await Axios instance get the user and console log. And this one I'm going to call the get the user. So let's call the user and I'm going to open the dashboard here. Let's clean everything. Let's go to dashboard. And here we have the return type, the return object with the user, email, name, and so on. So we are authenticated. If I go to cookies and delete, now let's refresh. In here, we have 401, we are unauthenticated. Okay, friends, that's it all about this video. The work with the login form. We need to make some changes also in here and on the register. And in the next video, let's work with a dashboard. So when we log in, we need to go on the dashboard and here we can fetch the user and display the user details. Okay. Now, if you like such videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video, let's work with a dashboard and with errors on the login and register form. On the dashboard, I want to get the user details and display here. Right now, if I just refresh, yeah, we make a request the user, but we are unauthorized because if I open the backend, we have this route to get the user details, but we need to be authenticated because we use this middleware auth sanctum to get the user, okay? And then we just return the request user. Good. Also, let's work with errors here. As you can see, I have added the dashboard link. Let me just show you. In the app.view, I have added this div, and inside the div, I pass the home link and the dashboard link. Okay, let's close this. Now let's work with the login and register form errors, and then with the dashboard to display the details. On the register, let's start. I'm going to create a constant for the errors, so constant errors, which is going to be reactive with the name, email, password, and password confirmation. All of them is going to be an empty array for now. Then I'm going to remove this const response and also this one. Then we use the try catch. We try to get the post the register and then catch the error. And I'm going to say just E here. Instead of just console error, I'm going to say if the error response status is 422, I'm going to assign the error's name with them. But for now, let's just comment this and save and just see. On the browser, if I go to register, and I'm going to say name just test, and to show you on the database, I don't have any user. So let's say now test here, add like this. I'm going to add password 1, the 4, which is not correct. I'm going to say register, and we have this 422 response. Okay, for that we check here if the response status is 422, and then if I go to response, we have a JSON response with a message and also errors object, which has also right now has a password, which is an array with this. The password field must be at least 8 characters. Okay, now here we check if errors response status is 422. I will assign the error's name, the errors response data, errors name or password for the password. But we have an underline error here, which says E is of type unknown because we use TypeScript, and I'm going to say E is going to be instance of the Axios error in that case. And if the error response, now here we have again an underline error because we use TypeScript, so error response is possibly undefined, and for that we need to add a question mark here. Then we will assign error's name to this one, email, and the password. Okay, now let's display them. So after the input for the name, I'm going to say template, and let's say if error's name length, if we have error's name, add a paragraph or maybe a span, and make a v for error in errors.name, passing the key and displaying that. And also we need to close the template. Now the error's name right now is not, maybe it's empty somewhere. Let's just add a question mark here, and let's copy this and do the same for the email. Pass in here, so error's name length, set of name. Now we need to say email because we're going to display for the email, and the same for the password. Pass it here, say password, and I'm going to save this, and let's come here and refresh, and I'm going to say test, add the password, but the password confirmation is going to be 124. Register, and now we have the error here. The password field must confirmation does not match. So if I add now password and say register, now we have 201 successful. Okay, good. Let's try one more time. So I'm going to say test, and let me just see on the database refresh. We have a test. I'm going to copy this email and paste it here. Add the password. So the password is going to be 1234. We have error for the email and for the password now. If I say register, yeah, sorry for that. We need to delete the cookies. And now let's say register. Now we have the email has already been taken and also the password. Okay. Okay, now let's do the same for the login. And let me just go here on the backend. I'm going to say artisan migrate fresh, delete every user here. And let's go to login. Right now, if I just say something here, yeah, we have not success login, but we don't show the errors. Yeah, we have 422. So we can do the same thing on the login. Let's open the login.vue and create also here const errors. Yeah, we seem to be reactive, email and the password, and then also remove this one, this one, this one, and just say if errors response status is 422, the same thing we need to do if the errors is an instance of Axios error and error response. Now let's display, and let me just copy here. Let's display here for the email. Okay, and for the password. I think we are good. Okay, let's try. Let's go and refresh. Let's say test. Login, and the credentials do not match. Let's go and register with the user. I'm going to say Tony for now. And Tony at tony.com, add the password, correct one. And let's go register. Very good. Now let's go to login. Yeah, we need to delete this first. And let's go to login. Say Tony at tony.com, but the password is going to be just like this. Save. Now we have this credential does not match, but if I say the correct password, login, now we have a success login. We need to clean the errors first. So let me just open, and for every time we call this, I first want to say errors dot email to be an empty, and errors dot password to be an empty array. And now, yeah, okay, we can go again here and delete. So come here and say Tony at tony.com, add the password. We're going to have the error. Then if I add the correct password, the error is gone. Okay. Let's do the same thing for the register. Here's name, here's email, password. Okay. Now let's work with the dashboard. We get the user here instead of something like this. Let's get a constant user to be able with ref from Vue, and initially is going to be null. And now here I'm going to say not user but get user. I'm going to update this, and here now I'm going to say user value response.data, and instead of calling the user, we need to call the get user. Okay, we have a dashboard. Let's add some classes here. So class be text 3XL, and text to be slate 200. Okay, then I'm going to add a div, and we added here a button to log out. Let's close this, but we have an error because the user assigned us the ref null. We can say it's going to be an object with a name and the email, an empty string, and now we are good. If I save and let's go here, go to dashboard. Now welcome back, Tony. And if I delete this and refresh, just to say welcome back, we need, if I go to register also, and let's say I'm going to say John and John Doe dot com, add the password correct, and password here, register. Okay, if I go to dashboard, we are logged in. So you can see when we register, we are logged in. Now we have this logout. So take a look here. If I say click on the logout, is updating, but the user remains. So we need to change that. Try logout. We have a response. I don't want to get that, but what I want is to say, yeah, we can go to login, but for now, let's just say user dot value to be empty. I'm going to save, and now go and refresh. Go to login with Tony at tony.com, add the password, say login, go to dashboard. We are now, if I say logout, we remove that. Okay, that's it all about this video, friends. What I wanted to show you, somehow we have now the authentication. We can go and log in, register, log out, display the user details. What we need is to work with the storage to fetch the cookies once, and when we log out to update the cookies. Also, when we log in, instead of staying here, I want to redirect to dashboard. The same thing when we register, and when we log out, when we are on the dashboard and click on the logout, to redirect the login page. Okay, friends. Now, if you like such videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video, I'm going to work with FormKit. I never used that, but I had a comment and I'm going to use that in this project, which is going to help us to reduce. So for example, if I open here the login or register form, the login view, it's going to help us to reduce the code here. We have, because we use TypeScript, we have the interface, then we created here the form constant, also the errors and the method. Then we have a form with a label input, and we display the errors like this. Now, if we use the FormKit, which is formkit.com, the open source form framework for Vue, is going to help us to reduce the code here in every form. Okay, so let's start and install this. I'm going to go to installation. Now you can go and read more here. We'll zoom it also a little bit. So is existing project, is Vue 3, TypeScript, tiny CSS, and yeah, we need to say install FormKit. let's install the FormKit core. As you can see here, if you're using PNPM, but because I'm going to use ban, I'm going to install also the core here. So let's copy this and just open the terminal on the front end. I'm going to say ban add formkit/view. Okay, FormKit installed. Now the same thing for the core. Copy this and say ban add core. Okay, next, the FormKit Vue package ships with a Vue plugin and a default configuration for easy setup. So let's go inside the main.ts in my case. So open the main.ts and here I'm going to paste this one. And then we need to say use the plugin and default config. Okay, copy that up dot paste that in. And let's save this first now. Next, that's it. You're now ready to use the FormKit component in your Vue 3 application. Now, configuration. To configure FormKit, create a FormKit config file in the root of your project and import it into your Vue app. So for example, let's create formkit.config.ts and let's copy this on app.ts. Next, we need to import this file and put in the default config like this. Okay, so let me just come here and create that file inside here. So a new file, formkit.config.ts. Okay. And yeah, for now, let's say import default. And I'm going to leave it like this for now. And in the main.ts, we need also to import this. Okay. So import the config and then we need to put it here. Config. Like this, just here. Okay. Now let's go and use the theme. We can say FormKit latest theme. So let's just copy that and come here, paste that in. I'm going to choose this one. Next, what we need is, in the FormKit now, I'm going to update the configuration file. So FormKit with this one to save. Okay, on site.tailwind.config.js, also we need to add this one in the content. So let's open the Tailwind and here paste also this one. Save. Next, if you want to add the icons, which I'm going to leave it for now. Okay, I think we are good now. Yeah, we need also to import FormKit theme. So let's do that in the main.ts. And I think we are okay. Now let's go and see your first form. We have to say FormKit type text. Also the name. Also, if you want the ID, we have the label, help, and the placeholder. Now the good thing is we have a validation. So you can say validation min 2 and max 9, which is similar to our Laravel validation. Now, if you want, you can add. If you don't want, you cannot add that. You can just skip, and it's no problem. So let's do that. Let's open and create our form. I'm going to open the login.vue, and maybe let's remove everything. Let's start with the form. So here I'm going to say FormKit, and we need to specify the type. This one is going to be for the form, and we need also to add the, so let's go forms here, the submit label, and if you want, you can say submit attributes input class, my input class, wrapper class, my wrapper class, data theme, and so on. But what I wanted to show you is just this submit label. So let's say submit label, which in this case is going to be login, which represents the button here. Okay, we say login here. So let's do the same thing in here. Now also we need to call the submit, and here we say .prevent and say login form. On the, because we use FormKit, we don't need to add the .prevent, and also we just say here login without passing the form in here. And I'm going to show you why. Next, let's say FormKit, the type is going to be email, and you can find all the inputs. So we have, where we have inputs here. You can go and see here. So type text, type select, type text area, and you can see more here. But I'm going to say type email label. I'm going to say email, and also I'm going to add a name, which is going to be email, and that's it. Next, I'm going to add another one. So let me just copy this and paste it down there. We have the email, and this one is going to be password. The label is going to be password, and the name is going to be password. Now, as you can see, I have added the name here. And this FormKit helps us. If we pass the name, we don't need to add the V model to bind the email, form email, and the form password, okay? So with that now, here is the FormKit, and here is our form with custom form with Tiling CSS. Well, what about the errors? Let's leave it like this for now. So instead of all the code here, now we have only this FormKit. As you can see, it has reduced almost all the code. Now, we don't need also the form here. As you can see, we are not using the form. Let's remove that. We need the login form because it's an interface and we work with TypeScript, but also we don't need the errors. We are not going to set the errors like this. Also here, what we are going to say is await the Axios instance post login passing the payload. Now the payload is a login form, but also what I'm going to add here is the node. And this node is a FormKit node type. I'm going to hit enter, and yeah, we have imported the FormKit node from FormKit core. And what I'm going to do now, instead of this one, I'm going to say node dot set errors, and here, as you can see, expect the local errors, which is the error message, and child errors. So for the local errors, I'm going to say just an empty array, and then here for the child errors, I'm going to say error dot response dot data dot errors. Okay, now take a look. We remove almost everything. we have only the interface, which also I'm going to move somewhere else. Now I'm going to save this and let's take a look. Let's open the project. I'm going to open the login, and yeah, it's going to look like this. Let me just copy this and paste in the div, which is the B class max with MD and MX auto. I'm going to say also BG to be slate, maybe 700 rounded, large, and that's it. And inside I'm going to paste that in. Save. Yeah, also let's add a padding of 4. Now we're going to look like this, which I think is okay. Let me just see if I have the local host. Yeah, we need also to have the backend, which is right here. Let's run the composer, run dev. Good, refresh. Now we have that. Let's see if I come here and refresh. Just hit login to see if we display the errors. Login. And yeah, we don't see the errors. So inspect the element, go to console or go to network and say login. We have a 302 error response. We don't have the errors, but we have a 302 response. So let me just go on the storage and delete cookie. And now let's go on the network, clean this and say login again. Now we have the email field is required and also the password field is required. Just to look more nice, I think let's change this to 900, 950 maybe. Yeah, now it's going to look more nice. Good. So we display the errors. Let's go and register a user because let me open also the database. I don't think I have. Yeah, we have only this one. So let's create the John Doe. John and John at doe.com, add the password. And let's say register. Okay, also when we register, I want to navigate the dashboard. Here we are on the John Doe. I'm going to click on the logout, go to login, say johndoe.com, add the password. Right now it's not looking very good here, the design. So let me just change back to maybe 500 just to see. Yeah. Now for the password, let's say I'm going to add 1 to 4, and if I say login, yeah, that's good. There's not much our records, but if I add the password, the correct one, login, and we are logged in. So if I go to dashboard, yeah, here we are. Okay, that's it. What I wanted to show in this video. So we reduce the component. Almost we reduce everything here because I'm going to remove this in the separate place and also this one. And we are going to have a very clean component. I'm going to do the same thing on the register, but this is going to be behind the scenes, which is similar to this one. And see you in the next video. Now, if you like such videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much, friends. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video I'm going to let's show you I have customized the FormKit theme. As you can see, I have a different color for the button. Also the corner, the border radius is changed, and the same on the register. Now you can go on the FormKit and customize your theme, the theme in your needs. Okay. Next, what I want is when we register or log in right now. So let's log in. I think I'm not logging here. Yeah, no. When we log in, I want to go to dashboard. So let's say john@do.com, at do.com, and add the password. Right now we are logged in, so if I go to dashboard, yeah, but we stay on the login page. The same thing for the register. And then also let me just open the VS Code here. For example, let's open the login first, login view. I'm going to move the interface in a separate file and just import the login form type. Okay, as I told you, first we use FormKit to reduce the code here. Then I'm going to move this in a separate file. Also, I'm going to move this logic in a separate file, so we're going to have a very clean page here component. So let's open the source directory, and in here I'm going to create a new file which is going to be inside types directory, and the name of the file is going to be index.ts. And here let's copy this interface, cut this one, and I'm going to export interface login form, and then in the login page we can import that by saying import. We need to specify that we are going to import a type, so import type login form form from add slash types, like this. And login form, yeah, because I need to save this, and now we are good. Let's save this, and let's do the same thing also for the register. So let's open the register and cut here, say export, paste that in, save on the register. Now let's import that type. So import the type register form from types, and we are okay. Let's save. Let's try if it's working. So I'm going to refresh on the dashboard. I'm going to log out and go to register and just type something here. Okay, add the password, which is going to be correct. And let's say register. Okay, now if I go to dashboard, yeah, we are registered. So this works, but let's also do that. So when we have a success register or login, I want to navigate on the dashboard. So I'm going to say router and import the router from the router here. So if I go, we have the router directory, and here we have the index.ts. We export here default router. So let's say router, which we imported up here, say router.push, and we want to push the slash dashboard like this. Save, and let's copy and let's do the same thing on the login. Paste it here. We need to import the router also in here. Let's save and let's try now. Let's come here, go to login, say johndoe.com, sorry, add the password, hit login, yeah, john@do, password. Okay, so why if I go to dashboard? Yeah, we are here, so let me just check again. I said dashboard, router push, and the same thing on the register. Okay, let me just go in here, stop and start again the dev. And let's try. Let's go to login. Let's say John at .com, add the password, and let's say login. And now we redirect here. Okay, we can log out. We can go to register and say Tony at email.com, add the password, and let's say register also here, and we redirected back to the dashboard. Okay, I think we are good. Now one more thing here. Well, let's go to dashboard, and here we try to get the user. Also for the logout, we created this constant for user. So instead of something like this, let's create also a type for the user. And I'm going to say export interface. I'm going to name it a user. And this is going to have the ID. Now the ID is going to be number. You can change in your needs, but I'm going to say ID, email, also name. Let's say name, which is going to be a string, and the email. Also the email is going to be a string. So when we get a user from the backend, I want to have the ID, name, and the email. You can add also the date, but I'm going to leave it like this. And then on the dashboard, instead of something like this, we can say const user to be equal with a ref, which is a type of user, which we are going to import from types. And also, I'm going to assign to null because initially this one is going to be null. Okay, so we imported that. So user is a type and must be imported by saying here type. I think we are okay here. Then we say user value response data. Also here, instead of something like this, we can say just null. And yeah, we are good. Save, refresh. I'm going to log out and let's go and log in with Tony at email.com, add the password, and let's say login, and we redirected back and we have Tony and Tony email here. Okay friends, that's it all about this video. We just move the logic for the types in a separate file, and then whenever we want we can import and use them. So for example in the login and register, and also in the dashboard. Now for example, login has only the login method and also the form here. The same thing for the register method and also the form. The dashboard has the get user and logout, and we call this get user whenever we go here. So if I inspect the element, go to network, and if I hit refresh, as you can see, we have this to get the user. We are unauthorized now. Let's go to storage, or if I just go, let's link this and go to home, go to dashboard. Yeah, anytime we visit the dashboard, we hit this get user, and we're going to fix that in the next video. Now, if you like such a videos, friends, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much. Hello friends, Tony here. Welcome back. In the last video, let me just open the VS Code. We worked with types. We created this index.ts and we created all the types we need. And in the views we use the types here. So for the on the login, now we have only the method, and so we use the types right here. Okay, and this is okay, but we can do better. We can clean this code more. So for example, we can move the logic here in a separate file and just import the login method, what we need in here. And let's do that. For that, I'm going to install Pinia. You can go to Vue.js, and on the ecosystem, we have Vue Router, which we have. Also, we have Pinia. So let's go and install Pinia. I'm going to go to get started. We need just to say add Pinia, and then we need to import this create Pinia, then create a constant Pinia, and then just let's say app use Pinia. Okay, let's do that. Let's open the VS Code, open the terminal, and let's say ban add Pinia. Okay, now let's open the main.ts file, and I'm going to import here the create Pinia. From Pinia down there, let's create a constant Pinia, which is going to be equal with the create Pinia. And then we can say down there app.use, and you guess it, use Pinia. Like this, and we are okay. Now here you can go and define read more, define a store. So export const, we need to add this use on the name, and define store, pass in the key and the options. We have here the state, which is like this. So state and return count, name, and so on. We have getters, actions, composing stores. We have also dealing with composables, which I'm going to use something similar. So export const, the name, define store, pass the key, and then an arrow function. And here we create a constant for the state, also create a function for the action, and we need to return them. So let's do that. Let's go in the source directory, create a new file, which is going to be inside the store directory, and the name of the file is going to be auth.ts in my case, but you can name it what you like. Here, now what we need is to import this define store from Pinia, and then we need to create an export constant, give it a name. So for example, use auth store, which is going to be equal with, and we need to use the define store here. We need to pass an ID, which is a string. So let's say auth in my case, and then arrow function. And here now we need to define the state and also the actions. So let's start with the state. What we need is the user as a state, and also I'm going to create is logged in state, which is going to be a boolean. And if that is true, I'm going to say this is logged in. If false, we are not logged in. So let's create a constant for the user, which is going to be equal with a ref from Vue, and I'm going to use a type, and we have a type which is a user type we created. Also, this may be null, so I'm going to say null here, and the initial value is going to be null. Yeah, now here we need to import as a types, so let's say type here. Okay, we create a constant for the user, so let's create also a constant for the is logged in, And as I told you, this is going to be a boolean. So let's say ref boolean, and initially is going to be false, like this. Then let's create the methods. And what methods we need? Let's start with the register here. Let's create the register method. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this and paste it here. Const register is going to be an async, which accepts the payload, which is a type of register form. So let's import this. And node, which is FormKit node type. So let's import also this. We import also the Axios instance. So let's import the Axios, the router, and the Axios error. And now we are okay. So okay, the const register. First we get the cookies, then we try. And if we have a success, we say router push the dashboard. Otherwise, we set the errors. Okay, let's do the same thing for the login. So I'm going to cut this and move in here. Just we need to import the login form because the FormKit we imported, also the Axios instance and the Axios error. Let's do the same thing for the dashboard. Let's go to dashboard. Here we have the get user and also the logout. So let's cut them, and here we call the get user every time we navigate the dashboard, which we are going to fix that. Paste that in. So try to get the user and then assign the user value with response data. But because I added also the is logged in now, let's say when we get the user, and if that is success, I'm going to say also the is logged in dot value to be true. So now we changed the is logged in to be true. When we log out, we say user value null, and also I'm going to say the is logged in dot value to be false. I think let's try. I think we are okay. Now we need to return all of them. So let's say return an object with the user, with the is logged in, with the register, login, get user, and the logout. Okay, let's save and let's start with the login. Remove and remove everything here, not only. So remove everything. We need just to import the use auth store, and then let's say const auth to be equal with use auth store object. And here we can say, for example, auth.login, auth.login, and we are okay. Or if you prefer to destruct the login method, we can do that and remove this login. Okay, so now we have very clean login component. We use FormKit to reduce the HTML, and now the Pinia to reduce all the script logic. I think we are very clean here. So let's go to register and let's do the same thing. As you can see, we have too much code here, but we can remove and just say import the use auth store and create a constant. What we need here is just the register function. So let's distract the register from the use auth store object. We are okay. Let's go to dashboard. The same thing we are going to do here. Remove everything. Just import the use auth store And here we need the user, state, and the logout. And for that, I'm going to say just create a constant auth to be able with use auth store. And I'm going to say here auth dot user, auth dot user, and auth dot logout. And we need to call here the get user because we are not assigning the user. Right now the user is going to be null by default. Okay, so let's go and just say auth dot get the user like this. It's time to try to test this. So let's go on our project here, and I'm going to inspect also the element. Maybe let's zoom it a little big for you. Like this. Go to console. Okay, let's go and register. Let's open also the terminal and just go on the backend. I think we are here. Yeah, I'm going to run the artisan migrate fresh, and then let's run the composer run dev. So we don't have any user. Now let's register the John Doe. So John at .com, add the password confirmation, and we can say register. And yeah, we are logged in and we are back on the dashboard, as you can see. Okay, let's see for the logout. Also the dashboard, as you can see, works because we display the name and the email. If I click logout, yeah, we logged out. We can go and see the login now if it works. So let's say John Doe, add the password, login, and also the login works. We are there at the dashboard and we have the welcome back here. Let's open the VS Code, and we moved all the logic here. Now we have very clean components for the dashboard, login, and register. And I think we are okay. Now, if you like such videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and yes, see you in the next one. All the best. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video we are going to fix some issues we have with our front end. As you can see, I am in the dashboard right now. I'm logged in, and if I refresh, yeah, you can see if I go to home and navigate back on the dashboard, we make a request to get the user anytime we navigate on the dashboard. And we don't want that. If we have the user, why we make a get request to get the user again? Let's fix that. Let's open the VS Code, and here on the dashboard we make a get request to get the user. But instead of just do that, let's say I'm going to use the onMounted hook, and here I'm going to say I'm going to check if, and if I go on the our.ts, we have this is logged in. When we get the user, we assign the user value with a response data, and this is logged in boolean. We change that true. When we log it out, we change the false. With that, now I'm going to say if the is logged in, the auth dot is logged in is false. So for that, I'm going to say it's not true. In that case, I'm going to call the auth dot get user. But if this is true, we are not going to make this request. And let's save and let's see now. Let's come here, go to home. We have the user, and now we are not making the request. If I log out and go to home, let's clean this. Let's go to dashboard. Anytime now we navigate on the dashboard, we make a get request to get the user because we don't have the user. And the second issue is this. If we are not logged in, I want to protect this and only the logged in user can navigate on the dashboard. So if we are not logged in and we navigate on the dashboard, I'm going to redirect to the login or to the login route. So let's go and register with this user. Also, if we are logged in and navigate on the login or register, I want to protect and redirect them on to the dashboard. Okay. So if we are logged in and click on the login, I want to redirect back to dashboard, not to visit login because our register, because right now we are logged in, and if I want to register again, we're going to have the 302 response and redirect on the dashboard. So for that, let's open the VS Code, and I'm going to open the index in the route. Here we have the routes for the home, register, login, and dashboard. Now I'm going to add a meta on the register, login, and the dashboard. The home, I'm going to leave it because anyone can visit the home. For the register, I'm going to add a meta property here, and I'm going to say this one is going to requires guest and say true here. So if we are guest, we can visit this register. Otherwise, I'm going to redirect the dashboard. The same thing for here. So meta, and also this one is going to require guest. And this is going to be true. Now let's copy this and do the same thing here, just we're going to change now. This one is going to require auth. So the dashboard is going to require auth. With that, now we can scroll down, we can say a router. And before each route, we are going to make some checks. And here we accept to, from, and next. And let's say, first I'm going to distract here that is logged in boolean we have. Okay. Based on this, we are going to see if the user is logged in or not. So let's say const is logged in, or we can say just auth to be able with use auth store. Okay. And then I'm going to say if dot match dot sum, and here I'm going to say record, and the record dot meta dot requires, if that requires auth and the auth dot is logged in is false. If that is false, I want to navigate back to redirect back. So I'm going to call next, and here I'm going to specify the name, and in this case it's going to be login. So let's copy that and paste it here. Okay. So if to match some records and the record meta requires auth and the auth is logged in is false, in that case I want to redirect the login. Also, else if now the same thing, but the opposite we are going to check. So let's copy this and paste it here. Else if to match some records and record meta now instead of requires out, I'm going to say requires guest, and instead of the is logged in is false, I'm going to check if is logged in is true, where I'm going to navigate next to dashboard, and the name is dashboard here, so just paste that in. Also, we are going to say else next, navigate the next request. So first we get the out, and then we checked if this match some record and the record meta requires out, but the out is logged in is false, we're going to navigate the next login. Else if the match require meta requires guest and we are logged in, I'm going to navigate the next name dashboard, otherwise navigate the next. So for example, for this home, we are going to navigate the home and if we are logged in or if we are not. Let's save and let's open the terminal, and for just in case I'm going to stop and run again this one, and now let's open the Chrome. Also let's open again the warp terminal, and just here on the backend I'm going to run artisan migrate fresh, and now composer run dev, and let's see the table plus or refresh. I don't have any users, so let's see if I click on the dashboard. Yeah, I'm going to click on dashboard now, but we are staying on the login. If I go to register and then click on the dashboard, we navigate the login. Yeah, let's go and register a new user. Okay, as you can see, we redirect on the login. And why is that? Is because let's open again the VS Code. And we'll go to auth. Here, when we register the user, we try and then we redirect to the dashboard, but the is logged in is not true. Okay, so we need to navigate to get the user, which this user is going to change that is logged in value to true. For that, let's go and on the register, yeah. If we have a success register, I'm going to call the get user. Okay, and let's say await here to get the user, and the same thing I'm going to do for the login. Let's save, and I'm going to go on the application and delete the cookies. Okay, next go here, clean everything. If I go to dashboard, yeah, redirect here. If I go to register, and now let's register with a John at do.com, add the password and password again, and let's say register. Now, yeah, we redirected on the dashboard. Okay, what if I want to go and click on the login? I click on the login, nothing happened. We stay here. If I click on the register, nothing happened. If I clean this and just try to go to home, yeah, we can navigate the home because let's open the VS Code again on the index. Here, we don't have any meta, so we just say else next. Okay. Now, if I go to dashboard, also you can see we don't make any request to get the user because we are logged in. Let's go and click on the logout. Okay. But also when we are logged out and we stay on the dashboard. Now, if I refresh, we are redirected to the login. So let me just go when we on the out. When we log out, we change everything. Just let's say the router dot push, and I want to push the slash login. Okay, let's save. So let's log in with, or let's go and register with a new user. Okay, we are here. Let's clean everything. Go to home. Go to dashboard. If I click logout now, we redirect the login page. If I click on the dashboard, nothing. Click the home. We can visit the home. Let's go and log in with a John Doe. Add the password. Say login. Okay. What if I redirect? So if I click here and we return on the login, because when we redirect, we clean that state. So the auth, let's open again the VS Code. The auth, we clean this is logged in, the be false because it initially is false, so that's we redirected on the login. We are logged in, but this is logged in now is false. So let me just open again the VS Code and go on the index. If I comment this, save, and if I go to dashboard, yeah, as you can see, we are logged in with cookies, but because that is logged in is false, we are not navigating. So now if I uncomment this, come here, because we refresh, we lost that state and then we navigate on the login. So this is not going to work. We need to persist the state. And for that, I have opened here the Pinia plugin, persist state, which is this one. So you can find on the GitHub. I'm going to install that with npm yarn or pnpm. I will just copy this, open the terminal, and here on the front end, let's stop and let's say ban, paste that in, hit enter. Okay, and now we need to import this one. So let's open the VS Code. We need to go in the main.ts, copy that, then Pinia use this one. So after we created the constant Pinia, we need to say Pinia use this plugin. And when we create the store, we need to say persist the true, but also you can say persist and specify the storage and also pick only some state. So let me just copy this and open the VS Code. Go to state, which is auth.ts. And here I'm going to paste this one. And here we say storage is going to be session storage, not a local storage. You can do what you like. And we're going to pick some state. And in this case, I'm going to pick only the user and the is logged in. Okay. If I save this, let's go and save also this one and open the warp terminal. Stop everything and start again. Dev also here, I'm going to stop everything and run this migrate fresh. So we don't have any user. And now let's open the Chrome, go to cookies, I'm going to clean and go and register a new user. Also, let me just open the table class and refresh. We don't have any user. So if I register, yeah, we get the cookies, we get the user also. If I refresh, we get this user here. Now inside the session, I'm going to click here, and as you can see, we have a key auth, and then we have this is logged in, which is true, and the user. Now if you like, you can add the user, or you can just, so let me just open again only the VS Code, and on the auth, if we want, we can just leave the is logged in. Good. Open the Chrome now, and let's go to network. I'm going to clean everything. Go to home, go to dashboard, we don't make any request. Go to login, go to register, we still are on the dashboard. What if I refresh here? Let's click. We refresh, we still are on the dashboard, everything works correctly. Let's go and log out. Good. If I go to dashboard, nothing. If I go to register, okay. Go to home, go to dashboard, we navigate the login. Let's register with our John and John Doe account. Add the password again, just create a user. Okay, we still are here on the dashboard. The refresh, everything works. Go to login, register, nothing. Go to home, yes. Got the dashboard, log out, redirect the login. Login now with John Doe. Add the password. Yeah, add the password, correct one. And now we are redirected here. Okay, friends, that's it all about this video. What I wanted to show you, I think now we have a very good front-end authentication. And now if you like such a videos, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share with your friends. All the best. See you in the next one. Hello friends, Tony here. Welcome. We have created the authentication using Laravel as a backend and Vue as a frontend, but we have some issues and we are going to fix in this video. Right now, if I go to home, we can visit the home. We are not logged in and we can visit this, but if I go to dashboard, because we are not logged in, we redirect the login page. If I click here, we have errors. Very good. The same thing when we go to register. Everything works correctly. If I fill now the form, we can navigate on the dashboard because we are logged in. If I go to login, if I click on the login, we redirect to the dashboard because we are authenticated and we cannot navigate on the login and register. Okay. If I inspect the element, network, right now if I refresh, because we have the user and we use the persist state, we are not making a get request to get the user again. We can click on the logout and everything works correctly. Now let me show you the issues we have right now. From the backend, if I let's start with the database. If I stop the database, okay, and let's try to register the user. Register. We have 500 error here and nothing showing to the user what the error is. Just we have this error like this. Okay, let's start the MySQL. This is the 500 error. Let's see another error. If I open the database, or let's just register the user. Okay, now if I open the database here and in the session, I'm going to delete this. Now, if I click on the logout, nothing happened. We have here 419 error because the backend session is missing here, so it's going to validate the front-end session with the backend, but the backend does not exist, so we have a CSRF token mismatch 419. Okay, if I refresh, yeah, let me just go and clean this, and let's come here on the state, delete and delete this one, go to Pinia and delete everything. If I refresh now, we navigate here. Very good. Let's go on the register the user. Now I'm going to open the cursor on the dashboard. We check here if the auth is not logged in, then say auth get user, but I'm going to remove this for now. So we are going to, if I refresh here, we're going to make a get request anytime. Now let me just go in the application and delete this. For some reason, if I refresh now, we have the 401 error. The user is here, but we have 401. If I go and click on the logout, the same thing, we have 401 error. Okay, so we have 500, we have 419, 401, and for example, if I just come here and on the out.ts, when we get the user, I'm going to say here, navigate to this route on the backend. We don't have that, so we're going to have a 404 error. Yeah, as you can see, we have 404. Also, if we have a 403, because right now we haven't implemented that, but let's say also for that, we don't have a catching error, so we are not saying to the user what happened behind the scenes. And let's work with that in this video. So for that, I'm going to open the Axios.ts, and here I'm going to use with Axios instance interceptors response use. And for the response, I'm just going to say response, but for the error, let's say not if error response. I'm going to use the switch case switch, and here I'm going to say error dot response dot status, and if the case is 401, let's say I'm going to rather push the login. In case of 404, push the 404. In case of 500, push the 500, rather push. In case of 419, the same thing. So in case of 401, we had before, so because we deleted the cookies here. So in that case, I want to navigate the login, but also I want to clean the user. Let me just save this. I want to clean the user because as you can see, we have a user here. For that, let me just go on the out.ts and create a new method here. I'm going to create a method, clean state, which is going to be equal with, so user value equal to null and is logged in value to be false. Now on the logout, yeah, we do the same thing. Here now let's just add that clean state, and on the Axios, I'm going to, let's say here, I'm going to create a constant auth to be equal with use auth store, and in case of 401, I'm going to use that auth clean state. And also in case of 419, the same thing, I'm going to clean that state. In case of 404, I'm going to say rather push to 404, and in case of 500, rather push to 500. And just to show you, I have created two files, 404.vue and 500.vue. And in the router, I have created the paths for 404 and for 500. Okay. Now, I think we are good. Also, let's just say return promise reject error here. We need to import the router. And I think we are okay. Let me just stop and start npm run dev. And let's see. Let's go and register. First, I'm going to start with this 500 error. Okay, let's fill the form and say register. We have 500 and we navigate the /500, and here we have internet server error. Okay, that's the 500 error works correctly. Let's see the 419, 404, and 401. Now I'm going to go on the register the user, And here I'm going to refresh. Okay, everything works correctly. Let's see if I just come here and delete this. Okay, now if I refresh, we redirect the login page. Very good. We have a 401 error. And for 401, we clean the state. You say router push to login and break everything. Okay, if I go to router, the view, sorry. And here we have user null and is logged into false. Let's go to register network here. I'm going to register. And now let's go to application. Clear the user. Clear the cookies. And refresh. Yeah, the same thing. Go and register. Okay, I'm going to clean the cookies and log out. Now we have 419, the same thing. We redirected to the login page. Also, if I go to view and see the state, we have null. So the 401 works, 419 works, 500 works. Also, if I see the 404, so let's go to auth and change the user here to be something else. Let's delete the, let's clear here. Let's go and register the user correctly here. Yeah, we need to use fake filler. And as you can see, we have 404 here, there. So we catch all the errors. That's good. We redirect, but what I want is also to show to the user. So what's the error here? For that, I'm going to use this toast notification. You can use what you like, but just I searched and was the first one. So you can install using this one. Also, let me just open the main.ts to show you. I have imported the CSS, then use the toast plugin here, or import toast plugin and say app use toast plugin. And if I come here, how we can use that, we can create a constant. And then let's just copy that. Go in the Axios here, import. And then we can say $toast composition API. So $toast success. I think we have also the error. We can add the duration, position, type, success, and so on. So success, yeah, we have a type. So toast success, let me just say for the 401, we use the auth clean state, unauthorized. I'm going to leave the AI to do the job. And I think we are okay. Let's save. Let's come here. And let's open the database. Just stop this. Go and register. Fake filler. This is stop now. If I say register, we have internal server error. Okay. Let's see also for the something else. Yeah, I think we need to start this in case the work. So let's go and register the user and see. Now we have page not found because we need to change this auth TS to user. And that's it. All about this video, friends, what I wanted to show you. If you like such a videos, now don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video I'm going to work with Backend. And I'm going to create a model and some controllers for the post. We are going to make a CRUD of posts, but you can work with tasks or any resource you want. So let's open the terminal and let's create first the model, migration, and controllers. We're going to say artisan, make a model, and I'm going to create a post model with a migration controller to be a resource controller. Okay, now let's open that post migration, and I'm going to zoom at this, and let's add here what we want. I'm going to make a relationship with the users, so a user can have many posts, and a post is going to belong to the user. So let's say the title, string title, also a slug and a body, but also I'm going to add a origin ID for the user, not new label, or let me just set of origin ID. I'm going to say origin ID 4 and specify here the user model. Okay, and I think we are good. Now let's open and run artisan migrate fresh. Cool. Let's close this. I think we are good here. Or let's add is published to be a boolean. Let's also leave this one. I'm going to close this and run again that migrate fresh. Good. Now let's open the user model and make a relationship here. So we need to scroll at the end and say public function post. This is going to be a as menu, and where the return. This has many posts. Okay, close this, open the post model now. Post model, and let's zoom it also here. First, let's add protected, fillable for title body. Also, we need to add a slug here. So let's say slug. Okay, next I'm going to say protected $class. And here I'm going to specify that is published is a boolean. Then let's add a public function for the user. Now this is going to be a belong to relationship, and let's return that this belongs to the user. I think we are good here now. Okay, let's open the controller, the post controller, and yeah, we can zoom it here. And now here we're going to display listen of the resource, but this one is going to be only for the authenticated user and only for the user. So we're going to get only the posts belong to the authenticated user and display in the dashboard. Okay, the create we don't need because we're working only with the API here. The create form is going to be in the Vue project, so for that I'm going to remove this. The store we need, this is the store newly created resource. The display, yeah, we can get the display a single post. Also the edit to show the form, we don't need this. And the update and destroy, yes. So let's open now the API and register register here a new route, and I'm going to start right here. So I'm going to say route API resource for the post, and not for the post, it's going to be inside the, let's say, dashboard / post, and here I'm going to use the post controller class. Now I want to say middleware to be authenticated, and let me just let me just indent like this. Also, I want to not only but accept the not index, but accept the create and edit, and I think we are okay. Now let's go and create a new controller. Here I'm going to clean this and say artisan make controller, and this controller is going to be in the front end, and here I'm going to say welcome controller. Okay, this welcome controller is going to be for the welcome page, and a new one is another one which is going to be for the post show controller, and I forget to add the dash invocable like this, so hit enter, and let's add a route here. So route for get, we'll navigate on the slash on the home. I'm going to use the welcome controller class, which is going to be invocable class. Next, let's also say route get to get a single post. I'm going to say slash post slash, and here I'm going to use post slug as a slug. Okay, and the controller is a post show controller, I think. Yeah. And I'm not going to add here middlewares. Anyone can visit the home and can visit a single post. Now let's open the welcome controller. Just submit this and create here public function, which is going to be not index, but it's going to be invoke. Okay, and here I'm going to get all the posts and return them. So just let's say return response JSON, and pass here post all. Okay, now let's open the post show controller, and I'm going to zoom it here. Instead of the request, here we're going to accept a post $post, and for now let's just return not void, but let's return post. We're going to work with the resources, but for now let's say return this post here. And I think we are okay with the backend. So we created the model migration, we registered the route for the get, we navigate on the home, we navigate on the single post, and the API which is going to be in the dashboard slash post. Okay, that's it all about this video, friends. I hope you enjoy, and don't forget, if you like such videos, subscribe to my channel, like the video, share it with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In the previous video we worked with the backend to create a CRUD for posts, and let's work now with a frontend. I'm going to add a link here to navigate the posts. So let's open the VS Code first, and here inside the views, let's add two components for now, which is going to be inside the post directory, and I'm going to name it post index.view, the first one, and also let's save this as a post create. Okay, so post create. Okay, let's add script setup with lang ts and also a template for now. With the save, select all, copy, and do the same thing in the post index. Let's open the router index.ts, and here we need to register them. So I'm going to copy, and the path is going to be /dashboard/post. Also, like this we have in the backend. If I open the backend API, yeah, dashboard post, okay, dashboard post. The name is going to be post index. Now you can name it what you like. The component is going to be post index, and we need to import that. So make sure you import. And yeah, meta, because only the authenticated user can visit this route. Now let's copy and paste also for the create. So post/create. The name is going to be post create, and the component post create. I think we are okay here. Let's save. Let's open and let's close everything for now. And let's open the app.vue. I'm going to copy this and duplicate because I'm going to add the post here. So post and the name post. Save, come here. Yeah, come here, and we have post. If I click, we navigate the /post. First, I want to add a link and also to have a table with all the user posts. Okay, because we are in the dashboard. For that, I have opened here the Flowbyte, and here we have a default table. So I'm going to copy this, and let's open VS Code inside the post index in a template. First, I'm going to add a div here. Let's add a div with a class b flex and padding of 4. And here I'm going to add and let's use a router link to navigate the post create. And here I'm going to specify the name. And I think the name for post create is post create. And let's say create like this. And then after this div, I'm going to add a section. And in this section inside, I'm going to pass the table. And let's see on the browser. Yeah, we have something like this. Here is the create. We can say, for example, here, where is the router link to be or flex, and justify end. And now we have the create right here. When we click, we navigate the create. And let's work with this create component now. I'm going to open, let's close this. Also, let's close this and open the post create. And here, let's add the h2, which is going to say post create. And then let's open the login and let's copy this. I'm going to copy this and let's replace this one. So instead of login, let's say create post. Okay, we need the method, which is going to say create post. And also we need to modify the form, but for now, let's just come here and create that method. So const create post is going to be async. And here we're going to receive the payload and also the node, because we are working with the FormKit, and node is going to be type of FormKit node. Okay. And yeah, we need to create also the type for the payload. So I'm going to say type create or post create or post form, which is going to be equal. And here we need the title and the body. So let's say title is going to be a string, and the body is going to be string. Okay, and then we can say the payload is a type of post form. Now let's import this FormKit node. Okay, I think here we are okay. Now let's work with this. I'm going to say try and catch. Try. We're going to use the Axios instance to send a post request. The slash. Let's open the backend. Open the API. And yeah, here we have slash dashboard slash post. So let's copy this. And we need to add here pass the payload. If everything is success, await this, and then I'm going to say router dot push, and we have to push the slash dashboard slash post. Okay, then we have to catch the error if we have any. And let me just go in the login, not like this, but auth login, and yeah, copy this. So catch if we have an error, we have to say if the error is instance of Axios error and the response status is 422, set the error still like this. Okay, I think we are good. We have to send the title and the body on the backend. And let's try now. I'm going to open the table class. And right now we don't have any posts, as you can see. Okay, and let's save first this one. And let's open the backend. I'm going to open the post controller store method. And for now, just let's say $sign request, validate the title and okay, yeah, validate the title and the body. Then create the post, but not like this. We're going to say, because if I open the user model, we have a relationship. Post. We're going to say auth user post create pass in this one, and then return response status message and the 201. I think we are good here. Let's save this and let's open the front end. Let's work with the form now. Let's change the label to be create FormKit type text for the label title, and the name for title is going to be title. And let's copy and paste this one for the type is going to be text area for the body. Okay, and the name is going to be body like this. I think we are okay now. Let's try. Let's come here. Yeah, we have something like this. Very good. This FormKit helps us very quickly to create such a beautiful form. I'm going to inspect the element just in case to see the console or the network. Let's try for the validation, because on the backend we validate the title and body is going to be required string, and the title is going to be max 255. So if I hit create, we have a validation. Very good. If I fill the form and say create, why we have 500? Yeah, we have also the slug. I forgot to add the slug on the post controller. So let's say here $, data to be with this one, and then $, data slug to be not str like this, but str slug passing the data title and then passing the data here. We need to import illuminate support str like this, and save and go to post again, refresh. Yeah, let me just open and see we don't have any posts. Let's go and create one. Take filler, create, and we redirected the post. We have a success here, 201, success message, post created successfully. Refresh here, we have the post with this title, and this is the slug, and the user is user ID 2 because we have 2 users here, and we are logged in as this user. Okay friends, that's it all about this video. What I wanted to show you just how we can create a new post with Vue.js frontend and Laravel as a backend. Now don't forget, if you like such a videos, subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video I'm going to work with the index page now to get the data and display all the posts belong to this user. I have created some posts for this user using the fake filler here. And now let's open first the backend. And here let's say $, post to be equal with auth user post order by yes. And let's return response JSON, the data. For now I'm going to remove the paginate. Okay. And I think we are good. Now let's go on the front end, on the post index. Here I'm going to work with on mounted hook. Okay, and here when this hook is going to mount, or this component is going to mount, I'm going to get the user, the post, and I'm going to use the Axios instance for that to get all the posts. We need to say /dashboard /posts, and I'm going to make this an async, and here await, and also I'm going to create a constant and say data. Okay, then let's for now just console log the data. I'm going to save and open the browser, and we have an array with all the posts. Okay, if I refresh, yeah, and we have a body, create a data, and all of that. Okay, let's create now a constant here, say post, which is going to be equal with a ref, and initially it's going to be an empty array. Okay, and then instead of console log here, or we can say directly post to be equal with the await. Now I'm going to create also a type for post, so type post and ID, title, and the body. I think we are okay for that because we are going to change that. We are going to work with resources, so let's leave it like this. Maybe not the body, but the is published. Let me just come here, and we have the is published, so let's say is underscore published for now, which is a boolean. And now let's use that type here, so type post or null, And yeah, we can say here initially to be null. And let me just console log the post value. And we have the data with this array. So instead of this one, we can say const data. We destruct the data, and then here I'm going to assign the post value to be equal with the data. And then if I just console log the post value here, now we have an array. Okay. Let's remove this and let's scroll down. ID title category. ID title, not category, but is published, or just saying published here. And here is going to be the actions, the edit and the delete. So I'm going to say actions, and let's remove 2 of the TRs, leave only 1. And also this one I'm going to cut and say template if post. Not like this. Let's just place this tr, and here I'm going to say v4 post in post, passing the key post ID, and display the ID here, double curly braces, post ID. Let me just save this and see. Yeah, we have the ID. Okay, next we have the title. So display the post title. And here the is published. Post is published. And here is going to be the edit and delete buttons. So for now I'm going to say edit, delete, like this. And yeah, so we have 6, 7, so on. The publish for all of them is false. Let's go and create new one. Use fake filter, say create. Now we have the ID 8. Let's go and create new one. I'm going to say first post, pass something here, create, and now we have the first post. Okay, friends, that's it all about this video, just to display the post. And also just let me just inspect the elements and go on network. If I refresh, okay, let's go on the dashboard. We get the user, make the user. If I go home and then go to dashboard, again we make a user. So we need to fix that because I think I forget that. Not here, but on the web store we have the dashboard, auth dashboard. Let's omit this. So instead of just saying auth get user, we can check here, or we can go in the store auth.ts, and when we get the user, let me scroll down. Yeah, here we try to get the user. We can say if is logged in value is true, not is false, but if that is true, I'm going to return. Otherwise, try and catch. Now let me just open again here. Go to dashboard, home, go to posts. Here we make a get request to post. Okay, if I go to dashboard, we don't make the get a user because the user is logged in. Okay, now whenever we navigate on the post, we make a get request to get all the posts. Okay, friends, that's it all about this video, what I wanted to show you. Now, if you like such a videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video I'm going to work with pagination on frontend and also with resource on the backend. We're going to format the code how we want. So for pagination, I have searched and just let me search for Vue.js Laravel pagination, and we have here a plugin. So you can navigate to Laravel-Vue-pagination.org, and let me just zoom it. And let's install this. We have yarn and npm. We use ban on our project, so let me just come here, and because I use ban, I'm going to say ban and paste that in. So add Laravel Vue pagination. Okay, everything good. Next, we need to import. We have here Bootstrap 4, Bootstrap 5, and Tailwind pagination. Because we use Tailwind, so we're going to import the Tailwind. And let's do that. Let's go to quick start here, and we have an example. So I'm going to copy this. Copy this here. Open the post index page, and I'm going to zoom it like this. Here we have the import, and let's import this style in pagination. Okay, next we need to create a Laravel data, and I'm going to copy what we have here. Okay, create a constant Laravel data which is ref with an empty object. Then we have this get results, which is an async, and pass in a page here. By default, the page is 1. Then we create a response, await, fetch, but instead of this, we're going to use the Axios. So let's copy this one. And we need to pass here page. So instead of this, let's say like this, and we need to add the page also. Question mark page to be equal with page, and then we say Laravel data.value to be equal with let's destruct the data, await data, and I think we are okay here. Then we have a type for post. Let me just cut this and put it right here. Get results. I'm going to call this get result. So let's just cut and call it right here. And okay, let's say await. And I think we are okay now. Next, we need to add this one. So we make a table. After the table, I'm going to add the pagination, time pagination. I think we are okay. Let's see on the browser what we have. Come here and refresh. Let's see what we have as data. Post. Yeah, we have Laravel data with yeah, because we need to open also the backend. Let me just open the backend. And here we say get. Instead of get, we're going to say paginate. And I'm going to say paginate by 5. Okay, to save. And now let's see on the browser if I refresh. Now we have pagination, next, and previous. So the pagination works, but we need to display the data. And let me just fix now the table, because here we say if post, but we don't have post. Now we have the Laravel data. And I'm going to say if Laravel data, because one more time, if I come here and just refresh, we have the data here. So if the array is more than 1, we can say data.length is greater than 0. Okay, but this may be undefined, so I'm going to say question mark, and then we say pause in Laravel data, and I think we are okay. Let's see on the browser. Yeah, refresh, next, previous, next, previous. Okay. Now I'm going to modify because if I see the Laravel data and also the data, which is the post, we have already created up all of the fields we have in our database, but I'm going to change them. For that, I'm going to, or let's open here. Artisan make resource, and I'm going to make a post resource. Okay, hit enter, and now here I'm going to use that post resource. I'm going to say post resource collection passing the post. All right, now if I see nothing is going to change on the data here, we have a Laravel data. Yeah, because we don't need to say JSON. Refresh. Everything works correctly, but let me just see here. Laravel data has data links and meta. Now on the data, we have body created data and so on. I want to format them. So as you can see, we have the is underscore published. I want to say is capital P to say is published. Also, the updated data is going to be not like this, but a formatted time. And I'm going to remove the user ID. So let's open this post resource. And here, let's format our resource. I'm going to add the ID, the title. Also, we have the slug. So let's add the slug. To be this slug. And we have a body. So let's add also the body. So this body. Next, we have the is published, which I'm going to say is published like this, or just published. And we can say, for example, just published like this. And here we say $sign this is published. Okay, and let's add also the created add. Or not like this, but created add like this. And I want to say $sign this created add, but I'm going to say div for humans. Okay, I'm going to save it now. Let's see in the browser what we have. If I refresh, go here. As you can see now, we don't see the published add, but if I come here, Laravel data is, yeah, we have body created at 40 minutes ago, ID published, which is false, and slug and title. Okay. Now let's come here and change something. First, in the post, I'm going to add the ID title, and let's say just published, which is a boolean, also body. Yeah, body, which is a string, and the created add, which is a string, but created add is like this, and we don't have a updated add. I think we are okay like this. Let me just see one more time what we get. We have a body, created add, ID, published, and slug and title. Yeah, we need also the slug here. So slug is a string also. Okay, let's create also the type for Laravel data. Laravel data, which is going to be data is going to be a post array. And then we have let's see. Then we have here links, which is an object with first, last, next, and preview. And meta, which has also links as an object. Okay, so let's do that. Let's say we have links. And if I say also meta here, now we can say this is going to be a Laravel data with okay, like this. If I see now, yeah, everything works okay. We can work also with links, but I'm going to leave it like this, and maybe behind the scenes I'm going to fix them. And I think we are okay now with pagination also. Oh yeah, let's scroll down and add the title published. Also, I'm going to copy this and paste for slug to display the slug, and also the created add. We'll say created here, and then we can display is published is going to be just published, and here is going to be slug. Here is going to be published, and here is going to be the created add. Now we have title, slug, published, and created add like this. Okay friends, that's it all about this video, what I wanted to show you. Now if you like such a video, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video I'm going to work with the Vue page, and let me just open the terminal and run the ban dev. Okay, now if I refresh, yeah, we are on the post. So I'm going to add a link here to view the post, single post, because in the backend we have that. So let me open the backend, the API. We have the API resource, accept the create and edit. For that I'm going to create also a new page just to view the post. On the public function show on the post controller, I have made some changes. I passed the ID because we are going to accept the ID from the front end. When we make a GET request to this URL, we're going to send the ID from the front end, and then based on that ID, I'm going to say post find or fail that ID, and then return the new using the post resource passing that post. Okay. Now let's add that link, but for to add that link I'm going to use icon instead of a button, and I'm going to install the hair icons for Vue. So let's just copy this command, or because I use ban, I'm going to say let's open here a new tab and just say ban add hair icons /Vue, And then we can use like this, import the icon and specify here the classes. So let's do that. Let's open our code editor and let's open the post index. I'm going to zoom it here and let's scroll down where we have the edit and delete. And in here, first let me just add a div with some classes. Yeah, flex space x4, and inside here I'm going to add a router link. And for now, let's say like this. And here inside, I'm going to import first the icon. So let me just say here, import the icon from Terracon's Vue 16 solid or 24. Let's say 24, like this. And then use that icon in here. Okay. Icon add not text gray. I want to change that to say text blue or something else. Blue, let's leave it like this and see on the browser. Yeah, when we hover it on dark, okay, text blue on dark like this, but I want also on hover to say text blue, not 600, maybe 700 to be more visible. Okay, like this. Good. Now let's work with a link. First, I'm going to open the views, posts, and here we have post create. Let's duplicate this paste, the post view. Like this, hit enter. I'm going to remove this. Also remove this one. And I'll remove everything here. Good. Let's open the router index. And also here we need to make some changes. So let's copy this, paste it down there. And now we need to bind the ID. So here is going to be a dynamic. For that, we have to use colon ID. And the name is going to be post view. The component is post view. We created, make sure you import that. I think I have imported. Yeah. Okay. Meta. And also we need to say props to be true, because we need to catch that prop, for example, the ID here when we click. First, let's go on the post index and add the link here. So not like this, but it's going to be by name and passing the params. Name not post edit, but post view. I think we are good. Let's click to this one. We navigate post 39. Now how we can detect here this ID on the post view. Let's zoom it. And first let's import, not like this, but import the use route from the Vue router. And I'm going to create a constant route equal with use router. Then let's just console log this. Come here, inspect the element. Go to console, we have 39. Go to this one, we have 35. Okay. Next, I want, based on this ID, to make a request on the backend and get that post. So let's create a method. I'm going to create a const get post, and here I'm going to say try and catch. Const post route, not like this, but it's going to be const data distract the data from the Axios instance dot get, get dashboard post, and passing here the route params ID, or we can say just ID and accept here an ID. Like this, I think we are okay. Then let's console log the data. Also, let's catch if we have any error. And I think we're okay. Yeah. The ID here is going to be type of string. Okay, so let's say what, not what, like this. And I'm going to use the tab to complete. And here we're going to watch the route params ID and call the get post passing that ID. Let's see now. Let's clean this. If I click here, we don't make any request. Also, here we don't see anything because we need to add here the immediate to be true. And now we have undefined. And let's go here. Let's make this an async. And we are going to wait for this. And now refresh and we have the data. Okay. Now let's create a constant post which is going to be equal with ref from Vue, and initially is going to be null. Now because we use TypeScript, let's assign this post post type. And I think we have the post type in the post index. So let me just scroll up. And yeah, here we have the type for post. Now instead of copy here and paste it right here, I'm just going to cut from this one and go where we have types, index. Let's zoom it just to see. And I'm going to say down there export and pass in this type. Export the type. And then on the post index, we need to import that type. So let's say import the type post from the types. Okay. We are good here. Let's go on the post view now. And also here, I'm going to say post or null. Okay, we don't have this post now, so let's import that. Import the type post. And I think we are okay with the post now. Instead of this, I'm going to say post dot value to be equal with data dot data, because we use that post resource which return wrapped data. And yeah, let me just go on the post here. I'm going to close this and open here the Vue DevTools. If I click on this one, 39, go to post view, we have the route and we have the post, which is an object with all the details. Good. Let's close this and now let's display here the title, for example, of the post. So let's say post dot title. Okay. And yeah, thank you. We added a question mark because post is type of post or null, maybe null. So for that we add a question mark. And let's display also on a paragraph or this div the post body. And what we get other from this one, we have the post with body, the created ad, and I think we are okay. Let's add only the created ad right here. add the span, and passing here the created ad, but not like this. We have created ad like this. And yeah, created 3 hours ago. Okay, friends, that's it all about this video. Now you can design this how you want, but just the idea is to show how you can work with route params. And what's this route? When this change, we're going to call the get post, passing the ID which is going to accept here, and we're going to make a get request the dashboard/post passing that ID, which will return the post based on that ID, and then we assign, and here we have the post. Let me just go back. So this is the title of this one. So let's see this one here, 38. Click, which has the name, the title, aspirator in. Let's click, and we have the title here. Okay, friends, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. So in the previous video we worked with this link to view a single post. Now let's add another link here for edit the post. And let's open the web store. I'm going to save the post view as a post edit. Okay. And let's open the post. Let's open first the index inside the routes, the router, to create to register a new route. So let's copy this and paste down there and say change the path. Yeah, we have a slug, so let's use the slug instead of the ID. Okay, and let's say edit, and also let's use the slug in here. We need to change something here, so let's change this to be post edit. Okay, and also this one to be post edit, the component we created, meta the same, props the same. I think we are good here. Now let's open the post index, because we need to change here the link for this one, post view. Instead of the ID, we need to add the slug, not the ID, and also post slug here. Also the backend, when we show, we need to say $slug, and then find the post by slug. So where slug first or fail, and then return. Yeah, we need to save also. I think we are good now. First, let's check if everything works. If I click, and we have 404. Let me see why. So we added the post view, slug. On the post view now, yeah, we work with ID. So also here, we're going to say route params, what route params slug. And here, say slug get slug. Also here, let us say slug, which is a string. Now we have an underline here because, yeah, let's say string and pass the slug. Now we are good. Also here we need to make request with the slug. And let's save and let's see if everything works correctly. Yeah, now we have. Okay, let's add a link here. So on the post edit, I'm going to copy and paste this. Let's zoom it a little bit. Let's change the name to be post edit. The params is okay. I'm going to choose another icon for the edit. So here we can choose the pencil square icon and use that icon in here. So pencil square, and we can go back and see. Yeah, now we have the eye and the pencil square. Let's change the color here to be maybe green. And now we have green here. If I click, we have page not found. So yeah, we need to work with the post edit, and let's start and work. I'm going to open the post view and just copy what we have here and paste. Go to post. If I click, now yeah, we have the same thing. But here we don't need to show the details. We need to add the form and update the post. But as you can see, we have also here a get post duplicated in the post index and post edit and post view. So it's a good idea to create the store, but I'm going to create in the next video. So for now, let's just work with this. For the form, I'm going to add, let's open the post create and copy the form here. Okay. And on the post edit, now instead of displaying this, I'm going to paste that in, and let's put this in the section. And the same thing I'm going to do in here as well. We need to put this in a section. And yeah, we have, let's also say update here. Update this one. Yeah, we need now the values on the title and the body. So here I'm going to say Boolean value, and here value post body, which if I come here and refresh, is not updating. Let's click. Yeah, as you can see. Let's go here, and I'm going to render this only if we have a post. We have to work later with that, but for now, let's remove and come here. Yeah, got a post. Let's select this one. X. Okay. Audit. Okay. Good. Now here, instead of create post, we're going to call the update post. Okay. Update post. So let's create that update post. Update post, and here let's go to post create. I'm going to copy this try and cut and paste it. I'm going to say Axios instance put await, and also await here. We put here the payload, which is a type of, but not if I just say console log. So let's remove everything here with the cut and just log to the console the payload. Okay, let's see on the browser. Inspect the element, go to the console, and I'm going to zoom the console here. Not like this, but like this. If I say create, we have only the title and the body. Okay, what I wanted is also, for example, so let's paste that code. If we have on the payload the Slack, because we need to send a put request, the slash dashboard slash post slash, and yeah, we need to use backticks here. So Let's use backticks. And then let's add here the Slack. And we'll say post dot value dot Slack. And as you can see, immediately the ID put the question mark because this may be null. We need to make sure that this is going to run only if the post exists. So we'll check if we have a post value. In that case, we'll just try and catch. And here also we need the node, as you can see, which is a FormKit kit node. And let's see. Value Slack, post payload. I think we are okay. Let's open the backend on the update here. We'll accept the Slack and just copy this one and paste it here. And then we can say data request validated. We can validate the title and also the body. Okay, then let's say post update the data, and I'm going to return a new post resource, passing the post, which I think we are okay now. Let's go and see here. I will go to posts. Let's start with this one. Just leave it. This one, say up. And yeah, it's updating. Also, I want to update the Slack. So let's do the same thing when we create. I'm going to say data Slack like this. Let's save, let's go back. Let's edit again this update. And now we have the title and the Slack updated. Let's check also this one. Let's say up. And I'm going to change that on the backend. On the FormKit, not create, but update. Okay, come here. If we click, now we have update. So update here. Update this also. Let's check for the body. And without 3 dots. And we have 3 dots. Okay. If I remove everything, say update, we have the body field is required. Very good. I think this is what I wanted to show you in this video. When we add something here and click update, we redirect back, and that is updated. We can see we can add something, update, and yeah. Okay friends, now if you like such a videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next video. All the best. Thank you very much. Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video I want to work with a post store. So let's go and register just to test the project. Yeah, I need to run the DB engine. I forgot to do that, so let's go and register. Okay, now we've got a post. Let's create a post and let's create one more. Okay, we can view the post and we can edit the post. So we can say, for example, up here, and now we have up on the title and also the Slack. But let's work with store, because right now if I open the web store, yeah, and maybe let's start and work with the index. Suppose index. Yeah, we created a const Laravel data, a type for Laravel data, a get result. So we make a request in the post index. Here we have all the logic also on the post view. We call the get post, and on the post I did the same thing. We have this get post. So for that, let's open store, and here we have out.ts for the authentication. We have the store for the authentication. I'm going to save this as a post. And of course, we need to change this. First, let's change the name, and let me just zoom it like this. So I'll use post store, give it an ID, which I'm going to name it post. And now instead of the user, I'm going to say, or let me just remove everything here. Okay, good. I'm going to create a constant for the post and another one. Create a constant for a single post. And I'm going to create also a constant for, and I'm going to say is not logged in, but is loading, which is going to be ref and false. So now this is going to be a boolean. Let's say boolean. Okay. We need to import the post type. So because the post single post is going to be a post type. So let's say if I can import, yeah. But post is not going to be an array of post, but it's going to be a collection with pagination. So let's say not post, but I'm going to say let's say collection or post collections. Let's say post collection. Okay, and this now is going to be a different type, not like this. So let's go to types index. So I'm going to open the index in the types here, and I'm going to paste a code just to save some time. I have named this a Laravel response collection, and here we have a data links. So this is not only for the post, but if you have different, you can use the same thing. And current page, last page, and so on. Okay. So you can copy this if you want, or pause the video and type here manually. Now here on the post, we can use that. So instead of something like this, the brf post, we can use the name we created. And let me just copy and paste it right here. Sorry. Yeah. And here, instead of any, we would put a post or null. Because initially, this value is going to be null. Now we have underline error, so let's say null, and initially we have a null. Now we created the state, so post collection, single post, and is loading. Let's start with methods. So let's say const get post async, and here we need to get all the posts. I'm going to go to post index, and here we have this const data, which I'm going to copy. Let's go here and let's use now that. So I'm going to use a try catch. So let's say try, pass this, and then I'm going to assign the post collection dot value to be equal with data. Okay. And yeah, we have here page because we need the page here. So I'm going to say page, which is a type of number. And then we can catch the error. Also, I'm going to use finally is loading to be false, because when we start, I'm going to change that is loading to be true. So when we get the post first, I'm going to change the value is loading to be true, and then at the end, false. Okay, good. Now we have the get post. Let's create a single post. Yeah, let's return this. Return post collection, post is loading, and get post. But let's create also the get single post. So I'm going to create const get post. We pass a slug here. Very good. Try const data await post value to be equal with the data.data console error. Also, let's use finally here is loading to false, and let's do the same. That is loading to be true also in here. Next, we need the create and update. So const create post. Here we need now the payload. Okay, we need the payload, which is a type of post, or let's create a post form. I prefer to create a post form because the post has ID, title, slug, and so on. So let's create export a type. I'm going to name it post form, which is going to be with a title and not slug but body. Okay, and then we can use this post form in here. So instead of post, I'm going to say post form. Okay, like this. This is going to be a FormKit node. Then we need to await the router push to navigate this one if we have error. Okay, work also with update the post. So create a constant update post, and I think we are good here. Yeah, not post value slug, because here instead of post we're going to send post form, and also we need the slug. So let's say slug, which is a type of string, and we need also the payload. Here we just need to pass a slug, a payload, and then await, and I think we are okay here. Let me just return the get post, create and update post. Okay, now let's open the post create, and what we need here is just create post. We are going to remove this and also the type post form because we created there. So yeah, I remove everything. Just we need to import the use post store, and then we need to destruct from the post store the create post, and I think we are okay. Let's try. Let's open the Chrome, refresh. Let's go to create. First, I'm going to run this. We have the validation, and if I say create, and yeah, we created. Let's work with update now. Let's open the update. I think we have update or edit. Post edit, yeah. Here, let's zoom it. So we have the get post. We don't need because we are going to use that post store, and also this one we don't need. Also the post we don't need. We need the route, and yeah, as you can see, we're in the eliminate the code here pretty much. So I'm going to yeah, we need first to import that. Import the use post store, And then here I'm going to create a constant, update post, and or not like this because post is a state. So let's say just post store. And then here we need to say post store dot get post, passing the slug. We're going to get that post. Display here. Now we need also the post. So instead of like this, we can say post store dot post. And let me just copy this and paste it here. Okay, then we need also the post store update post, or yeah, submit, because there we need also the slug. And here we're going to send only the payload and the node. So let me just create a method here. So constant, I'm going to name it handle update. And say post store dot update post. But as you can see, here we need the slug payload and the node. So let's say payload here, which is a type of post form. We need the node, which is a type of FormKit node. And here I'm going to say string, yeah, like this, leave it the I, passing the route params slug, converting that to string, payload, and node. And I think now in here, instead of this, we can reference the handle update. Okay, let's try now. Let's open the Chrome, refresh, click on the update. Yeah, let's say just up here, update, and now we have up. Let's try to remove everything. Update, now we have the title field is required, and I'm going to say updated post. Click here, and now we have updated post, also the slug. Okay, I think we are good now. We can do the same. We have on post view the same thing. So let's remove this and this one, also the import. Let's just import the use post store, and here I'm going to say constant post store, and then post store dot get. Also here we need to add the post store dot. And I think we are okay. Let's open the browser, refresh. If I click to this one, updated post, go to post, click on this one. Okay, click on this one. And yeah. Okay, now we have added, so let's go on the post. Also this is loading state, which is value, and based on the request we change that. So for that, when we come here, or also on the when we visit the post, as you can see, has a delay that this post is going to change. So we have the post is this one, updated post, and when we click here, it's going to change after some seconds or milliseconds. What I want is to open, for example, the post view. Where is the post view? Here. And on the section, we can check if that is loading state is true, show a loading indicator, and then show the details of the post. but that is going to be in the next video. That's it all about this video, friends, and if you like such a videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much.